Dear Manchester United fans and football lovers, so I've been seeing a whole lot of comments, a whole lot of um, football punters coming out to express how they feel about Carlos Baleba imminent deal to Manchester United. It's not yet complete, but hopefully before tomorrow is going to be completed. So my own personal thought about this, when I actually see this deal, I was not really excited. If it was last season, probably I would have been more excited. You understand? See, football is not a loyal sport at all. Today, when you perform very, very well, people will clap for you. The day you don't perform very, very well, people will criticize you. It is normal. So you have to be up and doing. And that is why your records actually shows up for you. No matter how we banter Ronaldo and Messi, their records are there. So when you talk about Baleba and this signing, I will consider this as an upside signing. Yes. Mind you, this video might be lengthy a little bit, but I'll try and leave the full video on my YouTube page. So now, when you talk about this, why I call this an upside signing is that it can either go the good way or the bad way. Now, for the bad way, let me start from why I feel I'm not really feeling this Baleba signing. Now, coming into this summer, we're linked with Matheus Fernandes first and foremost. Then Sandro Tonali. Even before these two players last season, were linked with Elliot Anderson that went to Man City. Particularly, I was not really excited about Elliot Anderson because he's a typical English player, and you know how English players are. When you have a good season, the hype is just too much. That is why somebody like Alex Scott now, there is no much hype surrounding him, because I don't really see that he's worth 80 million pounds. It's not worth it. When you buy him now, you see what he's going to do in another new system in that same England. Look at what Elliot Anderson actually performed in the Community Shield. He didn't perform like a 130 million pounds, I mean 170 million pounds player. So that is below par. So I was not really excited about him. But I needed a Matheus Fernandes or probably a Sandro Tonali. And we didn't get any of those players. We lost those two players to Spurs. Now, when I saw Tchouaméni, above all these players, including Sandro Tonali, Tchouaméni is my number one choice. This boy has been tested, trusted, proven from Monaco. If you have been following football extensively, you know that Tchouaméni no be small fry. He has been performing from Monaco down to his time at Madrid. And even that time that he went to Madrid, Manchester United wanted to buy him, but we couldn't. But because definitely if Madrid calls you, you definitely go to Madrid. Now, when we look at this Carlos Baleba deal, Baleba has always looked like a second alternative or a second option because of you were linked to Manchester United, all good, you were happy, excited, but the deal didn't actually fall through. Now, what are you supposed to do as an experienced player playing in the Premier League? You are supposed to leave a statement. You understand? You are supposed to leave last season with a statement performance to let these people know that, see, I am a future prospect, not just a present prospect. I am a future prospect. I am the future. But what did he do? The fall in transfer window actually deteriorated your performance. You were not performing. Imagine your first 7 performance, you were substituted. Baleba was substituted at halftime. Like as they enter halftime, they don't do substitute them. Out of 33 appearances, you got 27 starts. Inside that 27 starts, your average performance was about 65 points, below, at least close to average. But Baleba, where we know, is a player that will give you 80%, 78% average performance. This is Manchester United. This is not Brentford or Leeds. We need elite players. We need elite youngsters. When we make do of legends like Casemiro that has gone to other teams, when we are bringing players, we'll not just bring basic players, we bring superstars, because this team actually needs superstars, old, young, or probably you are on your prime. So this was the issue I had with Baleba. So if you come to Manchester United and probably you have something, or maybe there is an issue, or probably the pressure is too much. So with that pressure actually tell on your performance. Nah, this is not how you're supposed to be. You're supposed to pick up. You're supposed to pick up, because right now Manchester United is not in that position where we just test run players. We go for a player that we know that, okay, this player can actually give us something. That's why Ineos are actually taking their time. But when you also look Baleba is not a bad player. Aside from all the midfielder we have signed, Baleba is a proper 6. He's a proper 4. He's a proper DM. And one of his biggest attributes when you talk about Baleba is his physical power. Baleba is extremely aggressive off the ball. This is a player that short distance, his acceleration is crazy. His ball carrying is 0 to none. This is a player that can drop deep, win ball, advance ball to the attack without thinking of even passing sideways. He knows how to break through midfield. So Baleba has those qualities. He's going to cover the ground for you. He's going to compete for second balls. He's going to break attacks. He's going to cover our defense line. He has the experience. He's going to link up play from our defense down to our midfield and our attack. So I love his physical presence. And if you check Manchester United, we have not had a number 6 of this caliber before. Check it. Since the days of Roy Keane left, Carrick came in, we have not. Are you talking about Fred McTominay? Who has those characteristics? Who has that characteristics like Baleba? We don't have a pivot number 6 all this while. Probably a CDM, we have never had a DM. And Casemiro, when Casemiro came, Casemiro has passed his prime. Casemiro has been a player that I have been admiring since when he was a Madrid player. So when he came, I was very excited. Casemiro was even my best player when he came to Manchester United. But he has passed that prime. You understand? But Baleba now is a younger player. He's a younger player when we talk about his physical presence and every little attributes that he has. And also, this is a player that has the Premier League experience already. So this is why I said this deal is actually an upside risky deal. But if Carlos Baleba performed very, very well, then this calculated risk that Ineos and Manchester United are taking will actually work for them, because he's a different player than that of Andre Santos and Yuri Stillman. When you see Yuri Stillman, you see him for his ground breaking passes, his long passes, his intelligent passes. When you see Andre Santos, you see him for his youthfulness, his energetic, his positioning. When you see Carlos Baleba, you see him for his ball progressing, you see him for his physical power. So they have their own different attributes. So Baleba actually he actually complements these other 2 midfielders. So I hope he performs very, very well, because this is Manchester United. There is going to be a whole lot of pressure on Baleba, a whole lot, because now this is like a test and trial for him. If it doesn't work well for him, there's a big issue for him and Ineos. But if it works well for him, then I'm sure he's going to have a very, very good season. After all, it is better signing a 22-year-old that is primarily proven. He has the experience. He has performed at his highest peak in the Premier League. Formerly Brighton Young Player of the Year 2024-2025. So aside from that transfer issues, I'm sure he's going to pick up his rhythm under Michael Carrick. He's going to come out stronger. He's going to come out good. And let's just see. I hope this actually turns out to be a good signing for Manchester United and for Ineos, because we need this kind of player in Manchester United.